Hello, it's me. I'm Cole. Yeah. That's a weird one. It's been a long time since I've uploaded to the old YouTube, but the academic overlords have forced my hand. I mean, they literally forced me. This is a school project! This video is about the 10 brands that I think, you think, that you think, that I think, that I think, that you think, converge to create the homunculus known as myself. First on this carnival ride, it's every wannabe outdoor tie-dye, granola, drug, and water enthusiast's best friend, it's Hydro Flask. If you've seen me around, you've seen me with this hulking red piece of metal close by. Seriously, I drink about 2 of these bad boys a day. It's a nice water bottle that keeps my liquids cool, and I can put stickers on it so I can appear cool and quirky. Speaking of liquids, Naked Juice is the second on this list. Apart from the fact that I drink one of these every morning, the best thing about this drink is that it gives me the simulated experience of how Popeye must feel whenever he deep throats a whole ass can of spinach. Seriously, I like fruit, but I'm not going to put every known fruit in existence on this list. The reason this drink made it on here is simply due to its daily use, and the fact that when I'm in a morning rush, having a glass of this sweet viscous green sludge smoothie can usually hold me over for an hour or two. Okay, enough with the fluids, let's get on to clothing and stuff, specifically Goodfellow. Goodfellow is a Target-owned men's brand that sells everything from clothing, beard oils, and other manly accessories. Now, I myself don't know shit about clothing and or the different brands that make up the market, but what I do know is the fact that I use a lot of Goodfellow products. Cologne, candles, conditioner, and a lot of their clothing. In fact, I did the math. Out of the 130 pieces of clothing that I own, about 15% of that is Goodfellow. The majority of that being jeans, which my girlfriend has told me I look phenomenal in, by the way. Bungie. They're a game company, best known for creating the Halo franchise and my favorite game, Destiny, and its sequel, Destiny 2. Going back to the pie chart, you can see that about 5% of my clothing is D2 merch. And there's a good reason for this. I love Destiny. I love Destiny 2. I have around 4,000 plus hours on that game, and it's a dream of mine to eventually do concept art and box design for it after I graduate. Some of my best memories in life, and moments, and just overall, are in that game, with my clan. Bungie created a world that brings me joy every day, and that's why it's here on this list. Speaking of some of my favorite things, anime. I watch anime on a lot of different platforms, my favorite being Crunchyroll. I have the best experience with its mobile UI, I love its logo and its branding. I discovered some of my favorite series on there, not to mention the fact that I started working out only after watching an anime about working out. Now, Adobe is a regular Larry the Lobster of the design industry, flexing its muscles and consuming smaller design programs like whey protein after an epic lift, bro. Now, being on this list doesn't necessarily mean I like the brand in question. Sure, I love Photoshop, but Procreate's pretty cool too. In the end, it comes down to the fact that Adobe is the industry standard, and I use it a lot. They're my main toolkit, and if I want to compete with the best, I'm shackled to this A. Another A that seems to creep into my life is Apple. Honestly, this one's pretty self-explanatory. I have an Apple Watch, I have an iPhone 12 mini, an iPad with an Apple Pencil. Most of my digital design work I create on Apple devices, and my phone and watch are on me at all times. Now, one of the many apps you'll find I frequent is Twitter. Now, I don't like Twitter. No one does. It's the place where political discussion goes to commit toaster bath with roving bands of K-pop stans and NFT bros that cry and call the cops whenever you screenshot their funny monkey JPEG. Sadly, however, if you do any kind of content creation or simply want to be a part of the conversation at large, you have to have a Twitter. Even if that sometimes puts a giant-ass target on your back. What can I say? I'm a masochist! Twitter is and has become the public square. Hell, companies nowadays pull 180s in policies due to a couple thousand people complaining every single day. Now, the reason I have a Twitter is simple. I'm a content creator, and I have a YouTube channel. It's called DAG. You should subscribe. It's been a big part of my life for 8 years now. I'm very proud of the stuff that I put there, as I have a lot of very fond memories. Hell, I'll probably upload soon if I don't get too busy. Another place you can find me is Twitch. Speaking of, you should go follow twitch.tv/DeathstormDag. I've been streaming there for over 5 years now, and while it has its issues from time to time, I always find the community that I've cultivated over there the best I could ever ask for. That's why it tops off this list, not to mention the memories I have, like when I stayed up for 48 hours, or when I ate pretzels infused with every hot pepper known to existence, and whatever this is. And that's about it. I don't really have much else to say. To be honest, this was a pretty good retrospective. I never really paid attention to the brands I used every day until this assignment was just plopped on my lap. So be sure to subscribe or something and follow all my socials or whatever. And with that, good night.